Hello and welcome to Politically Incorrect. This week, all roads have led to Delhi's Ramlila grounds. In fact, it wasn't just Delhi. Cities around India saw an unprecedented outpouring of support for Anna Hazare. Many more people joined his cause online. So much so that brand Anna is now being studied in business schools. We're asking tonight just what explains the Anna phenomenon. Was it just slick media management by his advisors? Was it that powerful image of a frail elderly man taking on an entire establishment? We come to you tonight from Indraprastha College in Delhi. We're surrounded by history. The building behind me is at least 100 years old. We're joined, as always, by Manishankar Iyer and Shopun Das Gupta. And it's appropriate, I think, that we're surrounded by history because we've had so much history thrown at us this week. The deliberate comparisons between Anna Hazare and Mahatma Gandhi, the descriptions of this as a second freedom struggle. Have we just seen a lot of deliberate myth-making, or is this movement now more than a sum of its parts?
Well, you know, Ankita, these have been extraordinary days. This has been an extraordinary week. And it often reminds me of, the first lines of Dickens's Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the best of times because we were exposed to the sheer robustness of Indian democracy. That people care about how they are governed, what the issues are. But we are also exposed to the worst facets of a system which proved to be completely unresponsive and to a very large extent unaware of the groundswell of popular anger there was. So to my mind, it exposed both of them. And whether we come out of that experience richer or we end up as an enfeebled state is really what's going to be the agenda for the next few weeks.
Best of times and worst of times, Mani?
Well, rather than answer this question myself and in my words to an audience which I know already will vote against me, I think I had better bring to your attention what the founder of our constitution, a man who not only did not belong to the Congress party but spent a lifetime opposing it, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was a Dalit, had to say about the kind of situation we have here, which he had obviously foreseen. These are not my words, this is Dr. Ambedkar. If we wish to maintain democracy, not merely in form but also in fact, what must we do? The first thing in my judgment we must do is to hold fast to constitutional methods of achieving our social and economic objectives. It means we must abandon the bloody methods of revolution. It means we must abandon the methods of civil disobedience, non-cooperation, and satyagraha. When there was no way left for constitutional methods for achieving economic and social objectives, there was a great deal of justification for these unconstitutional methods. These methods are nothing but the grammar of anarchy, and the sooner they are abandoned, the better for us. The question I want to ask all of you is, have we been listening to the grammar of anarchy in the last 2 weeks? To what extent is it true, as my friend Shopun Das Gupta said, that there's a groundswell of popular support when, if like me, you had gone through 6 elections, 3 of which I've won and 3 of which I've lost, you'd have found that in every constituency of India, when the people are asked to participate in our democracy, there's a tremendous groundswell of interest, but interest which both supports and opposes. That is the dialectic of democracy, not a mobocracy which says that we know everything, we have nothing to learn from you, either you accept our bill by Thursday or we'll show you what happens, we'll set the country in some kind of flames. Is this the way to run the country?
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.